In this video, I just want to talk about my views on women and how they've changed in the last couple years. So, and I'm gonna specifically just speak about from the moment I got out of the last relationship I was in until now. So when I ended the last relationship that I was in, I was very angry. I was very angry. And let me just start off by saying this. I'm not sitting here saying that I was the best person to be in a relationship, or if I should have been in a relationship at all, especially now looking back on it and my mind state at the time. I don't think I should have been in a relationship to begin with, but I was. You know what I'm saying? And after I got out of it, I was very angry. I was real angry. And I kind of like before I got out though, like I kind of entered the whole red pill community. You know what I'm saying? Some of the black pill community. I didn't really care for the other colors. Just the red and the black was the two that that was most appealing to me at that time because, and just for y'all who don't know, I don't even know how to describe it, but you can go look it up because I don't know how to describe it. But basically, uh, and I'm not talking about nobody in these communities either. Like you know, I'm just talking about my mind state and where I was. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just speaking on my mind state and where I was and where I am now. Oh, I'm moving too slow. Let me get out the fast lane. My bad, my bad. Uh, so so yeah, when I came out, like kind of like right before I got out. Actually, I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. Watching those red pill videos helped me get out of that relationship. You know what I mean? It helped me get out of it because I had felt like I invested so much. I was overlooking stuff, like trying not to leave. You know what I'm saying? And I had some bad attachment issues. You know what I'm saying? And I had seen signs way before that. I mean, that told me I shouldn't have been in that relationship. And I still decided to go forward to it. So I'm not sitting here blaming her. I blame myself. You know what I mean? For even putting myself in the position and not listening to my intuition. And just not even being in a position to even be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, like, I got things that I need to conquer within myself. And I kind of really feel like, I'm not saying this is set in stone, but until I conquer these things within myself, I'm not really looking to be in no relationship. Like, it ain't even about, you know, it's just about me conquering myself. But yeah, so when I got out that relationship, I was very angry. I mean, for a while, I had the mindset of all women being the same. I mean, none of them are different. They all are the same. Um, the whole idea that, you know, um, a woman should be submissive. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she should, like, and what I'm not trying to say is, like, I feel like there is a place for that. You know what I mean? Especially in modern society. And then I also say this too. I'm not, yo, that's crazy. I'm not the, I'm not a expert on women or anything like that. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I can't even really talk on having a woman because I don't have one right now. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking from a point of view of being no expert or none of that. I'm just speaking on my experience and just the way that I view women now, I view them very different. You know what I mean? Even from before I was in a relationship, I view them very differently. Like now I view them how they were viewed back in the times of ancient Kemet, and even before that, or Egypt, and even before that. Like, you can even see as time moves on how women were once equal to men. You know what I mean? In the sense that we both were in our positions. You know what I mean? The man was in his position and the woman was in her position equally. You know what I'm saying? And it went from being equal to the woman being under the man. You know what I mean? And I just, you know, I just know that I just always back in my mind that something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Something wasn't right about that. You know what I mean? How we go from goddesses to, you know, even if you look in, you know, I came up a Christian, so like I the Bible is the ancient text that I know the most, and I can't even say here and say I read it cover to cover. You know what I mean? But it's the one I know the most, and only time I really see a woman mentioned in any, you know, besides the actual women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that they don't have women in there who were seen as very godly. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of women in there who were given high regards. But like, even in something as simple as like angels, like I didn't see most of the angels are all men. God is referred to as a man. You know what I'm saying? Even the Father, the Son, and the Holy, you know, if you want to go the whole Trinity route, the Holy Spirit is the only aspect that's referred to as a woman. But they didn't refer to it as a woman. They refer to it as the Holy Spirit. And it's like, why can't you just say that's the feminine energy? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you just say that? You know what I mean? And you can see that it's this suppression of the feminine energy. And when you look into like things like Hermeticism, which is all the religions come from Kemet. You know what I mean? And even before that. You know what I mean? But like feminine and masculine energy is not a thing to where it's like about a male or a female, although they do express themselves strongly in that way, especially when it comes to like you being a man or being a woman. But everybody has masculine and feminine energy. You know what I mean? And I just thought that I just think that the feminine energy has been suppressed in such a way to where it's like the only thing she's supposed to do is just support the man's vision. And it's just like, well, doesn't she have a vision of her own? You know what I mean? Like, even if you look at it, everything about a woman, a man is inside of it. You know what I mean? A woman is a wombed man. Like, that's it. She's a wombed man. Actually, and you know what? I'm going off the top right there. I gotta get some I'll get some facts for this and I'll do a video in the future. But there was nothing but women first. You know what I'm saying? And then the male was created from the woman. You know what I mean? And even I had a hard time accepting it at first. Matter of fact, and this is another interesting thing, like the whole idea of the Matrix, like for most of you guys know that the Matrix was written by a black woman. You know what I mean? The original script, The Third Eye, was written by a black woman named Sophia Stewart, right? And she said, you know, we have all these terms for the Matrix. You know what I mean? But the Matrix is the womb. The matrix is the womb. It is the feminine principle, the womb. And where does everything come from? You know what I mean? Everybody here did not come through a man. You know what I mean? We all came through the wombed man. You know what I mean? The wombed man was first. And then the men, we came afterwards. Because originally, women didn't need a man to reproduce. You know what I mean? That wasn't until later. And I just noticed that certain religions really put the woman in her place. You know what I mean? Which is under the man. And I'm just saying, how do we get from gods and goddesses to just gods? There is not even a mention of a goddess in most of the religions of today. You know what I mean? The woman has been completely suppressed. You know what I mean? And this is not to say that, a woman being submissive is not a thing. I'm not doing away with, the roles that a man and a woman play. I just think that a woman plays a bigger role than to just bear children and support the man. I just feel like her role is more than just that. You know what I mean? And that we just got so far from where the woman used to be seen. You know what I mean? And you can tell that there was an agenda. You know what I mean? That somewhere along the way, somebody was like, yo, look, we can't have these women you know what I mean, thinking that they can do anything without us. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm trying to put this. You know what I mean? But somewhere along the way, it was beneficial for somebody or someone or something to make it so that the woman would never see herself as powerful. And I'm not talking about some of the I feel like some of the power that's referred to today towards women is kind of skewed to where it's more of a, I don't know how to say it, but just back to my point, the feminine energy has been suppressed, and even in men. You know what I mean? Men are told to, and it's crazy. It's just even scientific. There's positive and negative energy. I mean, there's a positive pole and a negative pole. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's no matter how you want to look at it, the feminine energy is there. You know what I mean? It's there. So let me make sure ain't nobody in this chat. Last time was somebody in here saying something. Okay, ain't nobody in there. So yeah, man, my views on women has changed drastically. I no longer see them as just somebody that's just supposed to be under me, but I see them as having a purpose too. And when I do get the woman that is right for me, not even necessarily the one that I want, but the one that's right for me, the one that's just, it's gonna feel right. You know what I mean? Then then yeah, I mean that'll be good. But I'm not like, my goal right now is not to, like, I need to master myself, and it's not like mastering myself is a goal, is an end goal. Like I don't think there's an end to mastery. I feel like mastery is just a ongoing thing. It's not an end. It's not like, oh, okay, now I'm a master. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's levels to mastery. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, man, I just feel like that we don't really have the woman where she should be, and really don't understand her how we should. Even as I'm sitting here thinking right now, like I don't understand. There's things that I don't understand. But one thing I do know is everybody has a purpose. You know what I mean? And everybody's purpose needs to be expressed and lived out, and it shouldn't be suppressed. And now I'm not looking for a woman to just serve me per se. Like I'm not even necessarily even looking per se. I'm not really looking. But like I just feel like when the time is right, you know what I mean, while I'm on my purpose, we will come together. And we will be on our individual purposes and on our collective purpose together. You know what I mean? So, yeah, excuse me. And I still haven't got him out. I need to get him out. I was off the other day too. I ran around, did everything, and I went to AutoZone actually because I had to get something fixed in my car, and I still ain't get them out. But yeah, man. Yeah, my views on women have changed drastically over the years, and I give much more respect to them. You know what I mean? And I think they should be put back in their proper place, next to the man and not below him. And the man next to the woman and not below her, but on equal planes in our own roles. Because there are things that women can do that men can't do, and there are things that men can do and women can't do, and that's what makes us equal. You know what I mean? So, yep, that's it. And to be honest, I don't know. This might be the last kind of spontaneous video that I do like this. I'm trying to get better with my quality and get more serious about, you know, this channel and just what I'm doing. I'm not really going to talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing until it's done, but I'm definitely looking to make this real. You know what I mean? Like, I want to live what I'm telling y'all. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I just come on this channel and this is the only time that I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, I want to do this for real. And so I'm understanding now, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, it's hard. It's hard to kind of focus on one thing. You know what's crazy? It almost feels like, sometimes it feels like being talented in multiple things is actually like sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a curse sometimes. I'm not ungrateful that I can do a lot of things. But if I was only good at one thing, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, man, just to the point of the video though, my views on women have changed drastically. I see them differently now, and I just think they should be on equal grounds with the man, not above him and not below him. The same thing, vice versa. That's all.